In Parshas Nitzavim we learn about the mitzvah of Teshuva. Ki ha-mitzvah azois asher anoichi metzavecha hayom lo nifleisi mimcha velo rechoika hi. In Maseches Eruvin Yud Gimel Amud Beis, Chazal tell us about an interesting machlokes that lasted for 2.5 years between Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel. Would it have been better to be born or not to be born? For 2.5 years, some say it would be better to be born, and the others say, no, it would be better not to have been born. Nimnu vegamru, they came to a conclusion that it actually would be better not to be born. But now that we're here, Yefashpesh b'ma'asav, and some say Yemashmesh b'ma'asav. It seems that one has to do some introspection. That's what the Gemara says. But why would it have been better not to be born? Marsha explains. There are 365 negative commandments. There are only 248 positive ones. So there's more of a chance that one will stumble and fail. He has 365 opportunities to sin, while he only has 248 opportunities to do good. So the machlokes is, what would be better? It would be better to stay here and do good, do all the mitzvahs. Or, since there's more of a chance that one will stumble and fail, so, it's not even worth the positive ones that one will gain because he's going to do so many averos. It's not worth it. And especially nowadays, when we don't have Beis HaMikdash, the Chafetz Chaim writes in Sefer HaMitzvos HaKatzar that there are 77 positive mitzvahs that are noheg today. There are 194 negative mitzvahs, negative things that one can fail, averos. So the greater chance that one will do something wrong. But lemaskana, conclusion is, it would be better not to have been born. In other words, not to fulfill the positive mitzvahs in order to make sure that one doesn't transgress the negative ones. But if that's the case, if it really would be better not to be born, so why did HaKadosh Baruch Hu create us? HaKadosh Baruch Hu is all chesed. He is all rachamim. He wouldn't do something which is not good for us. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu himself said, Toiv, when he created man, it's wonderful. So what's so wonderful about it? The Moshe explains that really, if they were to ask us, we would say it would be better not to be born. But if you ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu, as if there's no difference in the number of mitzvahs, everything in this world is created for HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and all the positive mitzvahs are included within the first commandment, Anoichi Hashem Elokecha, and all the negative ones are included within Lo Yiyeh Lecha. Him, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and his mitzvahs are one. And therefore, if we were to be asked, maybe you should say, I'd rather not be here. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu decides, and everything in creation is for his honor, and therefore he creates us. But in Yalkut HaMeiri, he writes a different reason. Why lemaise we are here? It's true. There are many negative commandments that one can stumble and transgress, but one can do tshuva as well. And Chazal say in Avos, פרקי אבוס פרק א', יפה שעה אחת בתשובה מייסים טובים בעולם הזה. More so מכל חיי העולם הבא. Doing tshuva here, doing good deeds in this world, 1 hour is better than all חיי העולם הבא. If that's the case, it's a great thing to be here. Great favor that HaKadosh Baruch Hu did for us. And that's what the Gemara says. Ve'achshav shenivra, in other words, now that he is here, that's the reason he is here. You know why? Sheyefashbesh b'ma'asav, do tshuva. That's like the sur merah, stay away from doing wrong things. Ve'amrela, the Gemara continues, yemashmesh b'ma'asav, in other words, he should come to do good things, and that is ve'aseh tov. Comes out, according to this Yalkut HaMeiri, that this calculation of the Maharsha, that it wouldn't be good for us to be born because there's so many negative commandments, so more so than the positive ones, is nullified because of the mitzvah of tshuva. Because in Yuma Peivav Amud Beis we learn Gedoyla tshuva. Tshuva is so great. Shezdoinos naasos lo kizchuyos. That intentional sins not only are erased, they are transformed into mitzvahs. It comes out that that's the only reason we are here, to do tshuva. So if one knows this, the only reason we are here, that it's worth it to be here, is for tshuva, because otherwise it just doesn't work. You have more opportunities to do wrong. But tshuva erases it all and transforms it into one big sack of mitzvahs. One who knows this, how can he delay running, connecting to HaKadosh Baruch Hu on a higher, more intense level? Improving oneself, introspection, trying to remove those negative things, trying to further and increase good things. davening with a little more kavanah, learning a little more Torah, giving tzedakah and chesed and all the other things that Kodesh Baruch Hu wants us to do. And when we do tshuva, we erase it all, we change everything. We tilt the scales in our favor, and that's the only reason we are here. So we have to make sure that we do things right.